Okay, so this is my art progress from, I would say, the 26th. You can see over here it says September 26th. So this is when I got this book. I do have like a Wacom tablet over here, but I don't use this because I just, at some point in time, I realized that I much enjoy much more the feeling of drawing on paper, and I still don't think I'm fully adjusted to it. So this is after another book I had. I had this one first. It's Hilroy. This is from August when I initially decided to start drawing. So this is what it looked like in August. And I was doing all this. I think I got halfway through this book. All of it's not really that good, but you can see it. Got halfway through the book, and then at some point in time, right here is where I ended up getting the Wacom tablet. So you can see I was drawing a bunch of heads. These are definitely not as good as the ones I draw now. So it's actually kind of cool to see me go from that. So this is essentially just a way for me to make sure I can see, because, you know, I'd be losing my stuff all the time. I probably shouldn't let off with this. This is just an archive, just so I can see what I drew maybe next year. Because who knows, this, I'm already 25% done this book. So it could get lost. I think so. This is when I started. I was drawing a bunch of lines. I was trying to make sure I was drawing the lines with my arm here. And I was doing circles because I felt like whenever I was drawing circles, especially on the tablet, that they were never like good. I feel like that's another thing on the tablet, since you can undo and stuff. I was undoing like every other circle. So here's a few circles. I tried to make them look 3D, but as you can see, that didn't really work. So here's when this is more lines and circles, but I think this was all done the same day. Here's when I tried to do heads, and looking at them now, I can definitely see like this one is actually not that bad, but like the other ones, they definitely could use some work. So this is the first. So all of that I think was done on the 26th. Because when I got the book, I was at the dentist's office. So I probably did that all when I was in the dentist while I was waiting. So this is the second time I picked up this book. More circles, more lines. This one, kind of cool. It's like a rounded box. It's not as good as I think I could do now if I try the same thing. More circles, more boxes. There's a cylinder, more lines. The way I do these lines is I draw this part and I draw this part, and then I try and single stroke it from here to here. So that's why you see like the two parts of the line head. This was also done the same day. I think what I ended up doing was I drew this horizon line and I was trying to draw something around it while freehanding, because at this point I don't think I had a ruler. I think, nah, I was gonna say I used a ruler for this, but after looking at it a little bit more, I think I just got really lucky. And then this is the Apple, what's it called, charger, because when I did this I was at school and I plugged this in. So this is what the Apple charger looks like. So this is what it looked like from my perspective. So more lines, more boxes. I kind of made a weird box over here. This is the 8th now, so this is you can see I'm not very consistent, but the gaps are mainly me when I start drawing on the Wacom tablet, because I also draw in there during this point. So you can see a few eyes. Eyes is something I was doing a lot in the Hilroy, but I'm starting to do them over here. This is a reference from a photo that my friend sent me. It's not that good, but yeah. This is supposed to be Wally from Pokemon. Like, cause I have a photo of Wally on my desktop, so that was supposed to be Wally. But and this is a face. This is honestly one of the best ones that I've drawn in, because you'll notice after this I leave a lot of my faces looking like this, like, or maybe even without features. So we get over here. This is the 9th. This is the first day where it's back-to-back drawing. You can see a lot more heads now. They all look pretty interesting. I will say, I do have a habit of never using references. Like, I never use references. So all of these are just from my head, which probably explains why they're so inconsistent. Then you get over here. I think that photo is referenced from something, but I don't remember what it was. I didn't write it right next to it. I do like the hair on this. This one's actually not that bad. If you take away the chin, the entire jawline, take it away, it's just not that bad. This one's also not that bad. This one's a little bit long in terms of head. It's a long head. But you can see I'm slowly getting there. We go over here. This is just me doing a bunch of boxes in the same, like, sort of space, trying to make sure they all converge to the same line. I think I did well. This one, I don't know what was going on here. This is another horizon line thing where I think that this line and maybe these two were done, but everything else I freehanded. More lines. This is the 10th, so all that was done on the 9th. I think then there's going to be a big gap because I have a bunch of midterms. So then this is more stuff. This is the first time I actually drew skeleton in this book. More circles. I think my 3D circles are getting better here, so it's not looking crazy. I don't know what I was doing over here. It's on the 10th. So you can see this is a, what's it called? Gesture drawing. So this was 2 minutes, 20 of them, right? So this is on the same day, but this is how I know it. I think I've only done it twice. But this is the first one I did in this book. This is more heads. This one, you can notice that it is getting better. I did draw a really good head on the Wacom tablet on my computer, but I'm not gonna show that today. This is more lines on the 15th. This is like a scene I was gonna do. I still haven't got around to doing it, but you can definitely see, like, it's honestly mostly done with ruler, and the lines on here, like, these lines aren't. These lines I did them by hand, but most of these lines are just done by ruler. Now this is the page I'm the most proud of, because these are the heads where you can actually see they're insane. And the crazy part is all the ones that look really good are references. This is a reference of a photo of Shikamaru. This one is a photo of Sokka. This one, I forgot what this one was. I actually don't think this one has a reference. And then this one's not the best. This one, I think it has a reference, but I couldn't find who made it. But, like, you can see, like, this one is, these two are usually the two of the best ones, and this one's a really good side profile. Like, if you go back and compare it to the one I did earlier, if I can find it, where he looked very whack. Yeah, like, if you look at that, when you compare it to this, like, you can definitely see the improvement. Definitely a good improvement. Here, more boxes. It's on the 16th now. This is more gesture drawing. I kind of did it slightly differently. I didn't get to finish because I had to go to class when I started this one. More heads. This head's not even that bad. This one, done without reference. So is this one. It's cool. Then here, more referenced. This one is from a Kuzangi, a YouTuber I've been watching. This one is from what's it called? Lulu Chiru. What's it called? There's a lot of them. I just went on Twitter and found whichever one I wanted to do and then drew it. So honestly, these are all looking pretty good. It's all looking pretty good. You can definitely tell which ones are drawn with reference, because like this one isn't. But all the other ones look really nice. And then I did ink 2 of them. More circles, more spheres, more boxes. This one's just normal. Just normal stuff. I started drawing eyes. These, I definitely could draw eyes better than these. This is just me messing around. Here, more heads. These heads are obviously a little bit worse than the ones I just did, but I'm not doing references at this point. So here, this is the most complex page because at some point in time, I decided I wasn't going to move to the next page, and I was just going to keep drawing on it. So you can see a lot of hatching because this was me shading in, because it's the first time doing it, really. So these are all eyes I made. You can see like it's the most common style of eyes is sort of like teardrop face movement thing. It's kind of interesting. I do like how some of them turned out. Right, this one was a bigger eye, but without any borders, and I started hatching right next to it. I don't know what I was doing. More heads. Then we move to this page. It's an eye on a box. I think I did a decent job of showing that it's on the box. I did a decent job of showing that it's on the box. More boxes. These were done literally last night. This eye, I'm really proud of it. So am I proud of this one. But those two look really nice, in my opinion. And this is me getting into finally doing more skeletons. So that's what I'm going to do later today. And this is what I've done today. Now, I probably should have waited until after I finish drawing for the day, but I know how my life is, and it's not going to be quiet until maybe 3 a.m. And 3 a.m. I got to go to sleep because I got a midterm tomorrow, so just took advantage of it. But for doing this without any reference, it's pretty good. It's probably out of proportion, like the thighs are probably too long, but it's pretty good. So I think I'm getting there. Oh, I don't know when I'm gonna add something else to this. This is just a place to keep all my old stuff, so I know where it is. But this is around, I believe, out of the 160, well, it's 80 sheets, which means 160 pages. Out of the 160 pages, I think this is probably 40, so it's 20 sheets of the 80. So, or maybe even 30 sheets, I don't know. But this is close to the beginning, so we'll see. We'll see what this looks like maybe in a month. I do plan on getting a drawing tablet for depending on what my grades are. And it's not like I don't use the Wacom one. It's not like I don't use it. It's plugged in at all times. I do use it occasionally, but it's just I enjoy drawing on paper more. I don't know what it is. I just enjoy drawing on paper a lot more than I enjoy drawing on the computer. It could be the texture of the tablet. It could be, one thing I do notice is that when I do lines, where is that pen? When I do lines on this, they're never straight. But to be fair, I don't think my lines are ever straight in general. Like, I feel like when I go like, it's always curving slightly, but it's curved such a slight amount that it really annoys me. Another thing that annoys me about this is that it's so much smaller than like my monitor. So like going from anything, I end up drawing really small on the monitor just to compensate for how small the tablet is in comparison to the monitor. So maybe dumping $200 into a screen tablet might fix it. I don't think it will, but I'm going to do it just because I'm going to need to use it eventually for my goals. But for now, this is definitely enough. I only got this because I knew I need to get this first, just so that if I genuinely hated this, but it's not like I hate it, it's just, it's at times a little bit frustrating. Maybe one day I will do like a review of the files I have on here, probably one day, but for now, just looking at the first 30 or so pages of this book should be enough. And then I'll probably come back once I get this book halfway done.